Comics, and these are only headlines. It was announced this week that Rob Liefeld will be returning to Image in 2008 to do a new Youngblood series, because if you wait long enough, the Thigh Bandolier will go back in style. The new series will be written by Joe Casey, have covers by Liefeld, and feature the return of such classic characters as Shaft, Bad Rock, Die Hard with a Vengeance, Out for Justice, Baby Spice, the Dancing Baby from Ally McBeal, Monica Lewinsky, the guys who did the Macarena, and Enrique Iglesias. Bailamos, let the rhythm take you over. Bailamos, yo quiero Taco Bell. Also on the 90s front this week, in Ultimate X-Men, Robert Kirkman brings back Strife as the leader of the Mutant Liberation Front. Legacy Virus, Cable, Bishop, now Strife, Mutant Liberation Front. You know, really at this point, isn't he just wanking to 90s X-Men porn? You know, sitting in his office all like, oh god, Strife, yeah, fucking pointy armor. Oh, it's so good. You're a clone from the future. The future! Ah! The future. What's next? Is he going to bring in Adam X, the Extreme? And you know, if you get that joke, I'm sorry. Showcase Presents Batgirl was released this week with a cover that showcases DC's commitment to strong female characters. My personal favorite story is the one where she gets her mask caught in a bike pedal and then solves the crime by ripping her stockings. You know, if these guys were still in charge, she'd be in a wheelchair because she prolapsed her uterus while baking brownies. Dynamite Comics announced this week that the latest property they're shoehorning into comics is the Clint Eastwood Sergio Leone character, the Man with No Name. Once again, proving it's easier to make 50 cents off of someone else's idea than $1 on one of your own. Burn! After soliciting and advertising a weekly set of one-shots in which Batman picks his new Outsiders team, DC ran a house ad in all their books this week showing off the new lineup, a full 2 weeks before the first issue even ships. DC's marketing spokesman, he was a ghost the whole time, Snape kills Dumbledore, Luke, I am your father, the secret of 52 is that the multiverse still exists, could not be reached for comment. And those are the headlines.
An open letter to Michael Bay. You had to do it, didn't you? I had very specific plans, and you just had to go and ruin them. I wanted to hate everything you made. I hated Armageddon. I hated Pearl Harbor. I hated Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the beginning. I even hated that Playboy Video Centerfold you did, and I was 8 when that came out. But then you made Transformers. I had rather abysmal expectations on the way into the theater, and they were blown away. Despite everything I wanted, I cannot hate this movie. Michael Bay, you just couldn't give me the satisfaction, could you? You just couldn't let me have the summer trifecta. I hated Spider-Man 3, I hated Fantastic Four 2, and I wanted to hate Transformers 1. You know, this is the same crap Gibson pulled with Apocalypto. After all the bullshit he pulled with The Passion, and the insane drunken debauchery, and don't get me started on Braveheart, I was set to hate him for life. But he couldn't leave well enough alone and continue making bad movies. Now I'm all confused, and I have to make my own decisions about each individual movie he makes. And that means I have to pay attention. It makes me sick. And now, Michael Bay, you've done it too. You've given me an adaptation movie that I can respect. And I loathe you for it. Go to hell, Michael Bay.